Life is full of moments that demand courage, yet too often we allow fear to dictate our choices, holding us back from opportunities, meaningful connections, and our true potential. This exploration into the heart of bravery argues that courage is not a fixed trait but a muscle that can be strengthened through deliberate practice. It moves beyond the dramatic image of heroism to focus on the everyday acts of bravery that fundamentally reshape our lives, from having a difficult conversation to finally pursuing a long-held dream. The journey begins with a simple, powerful principle: facing your fears directly is what makes you stronger. Like a muscle, courage grows when exercised. This doesn't require leaping from airplanes, it starts with smaller, personal challenges. Perhaps it's hosting a dinner party despite social anxiety, or sharing a personal struggle with a trusted friend. The key is to notice when fear is steering your decisions. By identifying these moments and taking action anyway, you begin to rewire your response to fear. A practical method involves breaking down a daunting goal and examining the specific fears beneath it. If public speaking terrifies you, is it truly the act of speaking, or a deeper fear of judgment or failure? By vividly imagining a successful outcome, the feeling of pride and satisfaction, you can begin to motivate yourself to step forward. A profound aspect of bravery is the courage to resist conformity and be unapologetically yourself. Society often pressures us to blend in, but true strength lies in embracing what makes you unique. Consider the story of a woman with a visible skin condition who spent years feeling awkward but ultimately transformed her difference into a source of power, becoming a vibrant advocate for others. Her journey underscores a vital lesson: people are drawn to authenticity. When you stop hiding your true interests, passions, or identity, you not only find greater personal happiness but often achieve greater success. This is equally crucial for children, encouraging a boy who loves fashion or a girl passionate about mechanics to follow their hearts rather than stereotyped roles. The energy wasted pretending to be someone else is far better spent cultivating your genuine talents. This authenticity must extend to your voice. Bravery means speaking out for what you believe in, even when it feels risky. History is filled with figures, like the young education activist who was shot for her beliefs yet continued her fight, demonstrating the monumental impact of a principled voice. In our daily lives, the stakes may be lower, but the principle remains. Silence, often born from fear of conflict or rejection, comes with a cost, a lingering sense of betraying your own values. To avoid this, you must first get crystal clear on what those values are. Why does a discriminatory joke bother you? What principles of fairness or respect are at stake? Arming yourself with this clarity prepares you to articulate your position when the moment arises, turning discomfort into conviction. Speaking from the heart is its own form of courage, especially in vulnerable situations. Many would rather avoid difficult conversations than risk judgment. An employee afraid to discuss a missed promotion, for instance, may simmer in resentment. The solution is to communicate openly, but strategically. This involves framing your perspective as your own experience and feelings, not an absolute truth. It's the difference between saying, "This decision felt unfair," and "You are an unfair person." The former opens a dialogue, the latter shuts it down. Effective, brave communication requires empathy and a focus on specific actions rather than global character judgments, creating space for mutual understanding. This self-advocacy is essential. While humility is a virtue, in a competitive world, quietly hoping your work will speak for itself can leave you overlooked. Advocating for yourself is not about boastful arrogance, it's about professionally and confidently articulating your skills, experience, and accomplishments. It means ensuring the right people know what you bring to the table, building networks that recognize your value. This proactive approach is a courageous shift from passive hope to active engagement with your own trajectory. Bravery also guides us through uncertainty. When the future is unclear, fear can paralyze us into inaction. However, decisive action, even with imperfect information, is often better than endless hesitation. Courage here means making the best choice you can with the data available, committing to it, and adapting as you learn. It's about trusting your capacity to handle the consequences, knowing that motion creates clarity where stagnation breeds doubt. Importantly, bravery is not a solitary endeavor. A common misconception is that asking for help is a sign of weakness. In reality, it is a profound strength. It requires vulnerability and the wisdom to recognize that no one achieves great things entirely alone. Reaching out for support, guidance, or collaboration is a courageous act that builds bridges and fosters resilience. Finally, true courage encompasses our emotional world. It involves the bravery to fully feel difficult emotions like sadness or grief, rather than numbing or blocking them out. Giving these feelings your respectful attention allows you to process and move through them. This emotional courage prevents pain from festering in the shadows and is integral to overall resilience and well-being. Ultimately, building a brave life is a continuous practice. It's about making a series of choices to act in alignment with your values, to honor your authentic self, and to engage with the world and your own heart with honesty and vulnerability. By consciously exercising your courage muscle in daily life, you gradually silence the inner critic of fear, unlocking a more expansive, authentic, and fulfilling existence.